Welcome, everybody, to this week's show. This is the You Can't Comp This NBA Trading Card Podcast. I am your host, Russell Gibson. And this week, we are with the Scouser from Liverpool, the world record holder of 230 gigs in 24 days, and the self-proclaimed LeBron-Sexual. I am here with Kyle Legacy.
Self-proclaimed LeBron-Sexual. Fair enough. I'll take it. I'm rocking a semi right now just from you saying his name, so I can't deny it.
Do you want me to give you a minute? We can come back until you finished it off.
No, it's fine. It'll go down. We'll talk about OKC and it'll just drop slowly. Rigged you've got the Kings. Thanks for having me, lad. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for coming on, man. This is super cool. So can you fact check my introduction? Is it true that you are a world record holder?
I am a world record holder, yeah. I got the most gigs at the Edinburgh Fringe, 230 in 24 days.
What were you taking to get yourself through that? Because
nothing. It was like one of the worst. It was a great festival in terms of like comedy. I was doing a bunch of gigs, not working, but I was just every night. I had no social life because I was just too busy doing gigs. Like they'd be like, "Do you want to get a beer?" I'd be like, "I can't do it." Every night I just have a knock off Bailey's like an old man in the pub, and then fucking go to bed because I had to be up again early as fuck. Like I was doing like 11 a day or something stupid. I was doing everything. I was doing kid shows, which the judge made that very clear. I'm not allowed to. I was doing book shows. I can't even read. I was doing gay shows. I don't even like cock. I was doing black shows. Could have just told them. Well, I didn't say I was black, but I didn't say I wasn't. And then they got there and they were like, "Are you black?" And I was like, well, "Who's racist now?" And then he just let me go as like a token white, which was down. I was doing every show you could think of, opening for friends, doing nuts.
What type of jokes do you tell to kids?
The worst ones. No, I do a lot of crowd work and riffing. So I'm like, "Where are you from? What do you do?" And I just do the same with kids. Like it'll be like two kids. I'm like, "You guys a couple?" And they're like, "It's my sister." Like they love that shit. You know what I mean? You're pretty much just talking to the adults without swearing. That's what it is. Yeah. Drag shows. I was doing drag shows because my name's Kyle Legacy, and I thought that's the drag woman's name. So I snuck on two of them. You've got a good name, Russell Gibson. It's like that's a good basketball name. That actually, like you could hear that like playing for like the 70s, like a Paul George, a Bill Russell, Gibson.
D'Angelo Russell or maybe like Taj Gibson. That's probably the two best. Russell Gibson, I think, NBA names, but
well, D'Angelo Russell is the worst. No, I'd say Bill Russell and Taj Gibson is a good shout. Yeah.
Just tell us a bit more about yourself. Like, how on earth did you get here? And you were highly recommended to me from Kappa Flapper. So this is how this hookup happened. And
good lad, good. Thanks for the assist, Kappa. I'm 6'1" with the hair. I'm a proud Scouser. I'm a massive Liverpool fan, so I'm a massive.
Right, I got to cut you off there. Sorry, man. What's a Scouser? Because we have no idea what a Scouser is actually.
Oh, really? Well, I guess it's a pronoun at this point, 2026. But a Scouser is like somebody from Liverpool. So my accent, what you're hearing right now, and why people have turned this podcast off immediately because they can't understand the word I'm saying, is the Scouse accent. So we speak Scouse and we're Scousers. So we say, even though Liverpool's in England, we hate England. So we say we're Scouse, not British. So like we're like our own little, you know, in a way, like obviously like Newcastle are called Geordies, Cockneys are down south, stuff like that. Birmingham are Brummies, like that's just our name.
Yeah.
And I don't actually where it came from.
Where you're from. Yeah.
Yeah, Liverpool. So if you're from Liverpool, you're a Scouser. But you can also be a plastic Scouser. So, like, if you're from Liverpool, you're a Scouser. But if you're, like, from Birkenhead, which is only, like, 10 minutes drive away, you kind of sound like us, but you're not a Scouser. So you got, like, all of our weaknesses and none of our powers. Then, like, Warrington, they're, like, plastic Scousers, woolly backs. St. Helens, woolly backs. So everybody wants to be a Scouser, but there's, like, levels to it.
My mum's from Hull. So what would she be?
A slag. No. Sorry for calling your mum a slag. What would she be? She'd be fucking inbred, I guess. Do you give your mum a high 4 or a high 5? I'm trying to figure out how incestuous she is.
She's got 5 fingers and toes on each hand.
Oh, shit. Yeah. University educated from Hull. I don't even know what Hull's called, actually, to be honest. Holland? Oh, fuck knows.
All right. So you're famous for interactions with people in your shows, and one of the things that you do is get them to write down things on a piece of paper, and then you read them out. What's your worst, your best? And have you ever had to call in the SWAT team to like evacuate someone because you're worried about your safety?
Nothing like that. It's always like I always get them to some for my hour show. I always say jokes of cruise ships and pussies because I've got funny bones. I don't have to like write down a set and fucking remember it and all that. I like just being funny in the moment. So it's just I do a lot of crowd work. Where you're from, what do you do and stuff. And classic. But then they write down topic suggestions when they come in, and I pull them out and just riff off them. So sometimes it's a lot of like because they know I'm a Liverpool fan or whatever. I'm playing like Liverpool songs before, or they know I'm a LeBron Lakers guy. A lot of it will be like heckles. So like, and because I'm so dumb, I like read it out. I don't even like I just reading out my own heckles. I'll be like, this one says I look like Sideshow Bob. I'll be like, for fuck's sake. And then I'll be like, Steven Gerrard's a rat. He'd be like, what the fuck? So it's a lot of fucking dumb ones like that. But I've never had some crazy. We done someone writ down bed bath. Do you know what that means in terms of Australian culture? A bed bath is somebody cups their testicles and you do a shot of tequila out of the cupped testicles. So I got somebody to do a shot out of my ball sack like last month. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, wow. Okay. I feel like I don't have any friends that I'm close enough to be able to do that with in my life.
Well, he wanted me to do it to him, and I was like, nah. I was like, I'll use my balls. I'll give you that, but I'm not fucking taking a shot off these balls. But he was loving it. He done another shot. I was like, I think you're in it for the balls, not even the tequila at this point, love.
I'm like a minute details person. Didn't that sting? Like the high alcohol concentration on your nuts?
Well, no, because the rash that I've got is a bit higher above my dick, so it was fine. It didn't get mixed with the chlamydia, so it was all right.
I forgot to say this at the start of the show, but I'm going to do like a language and content warning. I know this is not our normal sort of PG rated content, but this is totally.
Oh, I didn't even know it was a PG show.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
it's just normally we just talk. No, you can say whatever you want. Like as long as we give people due warning, it'll be totally fine. Don't stress about it.
Yeah,
so I think so you've never had to call any support team in for people or anything like that. You've never had like disturbing messages.
We used to do this show called Comedy Boxing, where like the loser would get punched in the face by the other competitor. So we had to call like an ambulance a few times because I broke my nose. In terms of police, no, I was at the Ninden Mardi Gras Festival, the weed festival last weekend, just gone. That's why I look like fucking Pennywise. I'm a shell of a man. Look like a fucking actual mushroom right now. And I was crowd working police there and stuff, which is kind of funny and like I was calling them pigs and getting away with it. That was sick. But nah, I don't think I've had anything written down that crazy. No, like somebody wrote like half a suicide note and wanted me to finish it off. But I don't think it was a real suicide note, obviously.
That's pretty.
It started with like, yeah, it's pretty dark, but it like started with like, hey. So I was like, well, you wouldn't start a suicide note with hi, would you? It'd be like to whoever finds this or whatever the fuck. What else? Nah. I think you get a lot of the same ones. Like it goes through. Like a few years ago, I was getting Trump a lot. You know what I mean? Do like a Trump impression of him doing this or whatever. Just topical, a lot of topical shit. Like I'd get a lot of paedophiles, like Jimmy Savile and stuff like that. And just people write out some crude shit. But nah, nothing too wild. Like.
One of your most famous jokes is about too dumb to be sad. Explain to us how that joke works.
Well, yeah, I'm so dumb I don't even get my own joke. I said it once on stage and they laughed. So that kind of proves my point. But obviously there's something wrong with me mentally. You can see, you can hear and see me, you know what I mean? So you know, fuck. But I'm lucky. I'm just old school dumb. Like my friends make fun of me. They say I'm too dumb to be sad, which is sick. Because every day, like I look out the window, it's a beautiful day. I lick the window, I go back to bed, rinse and repeat.
I'll let that one ride, but I'll definitely say this. I love to hear about people's stories of how they got here. And clearly you've got an insane work ethic and you're able to take risk. And I think that's something, not everyone's got that. Like that is a
well, I mean, I've been doing it for 12 years now, and I was like the definition of like, I crawled through a mile of shit and came out clean. You know what I mean? Like I was awful for the first 6 years, like awful, because like it takes forever to get good at crowd work, riffing, just stand up in general, never mind like doing it on the spot. Yeah. So like when I started, I was like, I'm gonna do I used to play basketball a lot, I still do now, but that was my life before comedy. So I was like, I'll just take what I did, the work ethic, like I'll do my 50,000 hours instead of shooting. Now I'm doing it on stage. And my plan was to get so good that people had to book me. Like you can't deny funny, you know what I mean? Like you can maybe book somebody if they're funny but they're a dickhead or they're weird off stage. But if you're a nice guy and you're funny, you're gonna get booked. You know what I mean?
What's your advice to young people out there working out life, what they want to do, all that kind of stuff? Like, what would you say to someone?
Wait, to young people doing comedy or young people in general?
Well, I actually think that this could be just a general piece of advice to everyone, not just someone who wants to do comedy, because my observation of people that are successful is like they're damn hardworking, they take risks, and they do something for a long period of time. And probably that's something else is like a follow-up question to this too. You must have had times where you wanted to give up, but why didn't you give up? Why did you keep going?
Because I didn't have a plan B. That's pretty much it. It was like, I've given so much to this now. Can I hit the ground running? I was like, I'm just going to do it as much as I can. You know what I mean? Some people would maybe ease themselves in, do it every month, every week, because you're organising friends to come, whatever. And I was like, fuck it, doesn't matter. If I don't know anybody in the crowd, that's even better. I just went full throttle with it. So I would be like, I mean, follow your dreams. It's fucking gay and cheesy and all that sort of shit. But like, everybody's fucking in love with something. You know what I mean? Like, and you go through waves. Obviously, you age out of something else comes in. But like, just fucking stick with it. Like, if I can do it, fucking anybody can, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's my advice. If I can do it with this face and this accent, gig around the world, in Asia, Europe, where you don't even speak English as the first language, you can fucking be an accountant, lad. You can be an accountant if I can fucking do this.
Yeah. No, that's awesome, man. Tell us about some of the places you've gigged around the world then, and then after that, lead us into some of the other projects you've worked on, including your podcast, because I'd love to hear about all the different things you've been smashing out.
I mean, mainly it's the three continents, so it's like UK, America, and Australia. More Australia and UK now, but I'm waiting for the American visa, like I was telling you about. So that'll be another stop on the never-ending fucking Cal Legacy Gypsy comedy tour. But I feel like I've done everything I can in Australia now, like not for TV wise. They're not putting this accent on TV unless it's fucking Crime Watch or something. But so I've like hit that, like I've done every comedy club I can here now. You know what I mean? So it's like I love it here. It's paradise, but you can hit the ceiling quite quick in Australia because it's just so far away. Like I've got friends that are big on TV here, then they come to Edinburgh and they can't sell one ticket because like it doesn't matter how far you are, how good you are in Australia. It's just so far away. Nobody's looking. You know what I mean? Everybody's looking at the UK and America. Like, so it's a good place to get good in Australia. And if you want to get good, that's why I've been called back. Like you get, like obviously there's less competition and all that sort of stuff. You can, like in the UK, I'm at a different city every night. I got to travel a lot. In Australia, I can do like a month in each place, and there's enough work like that, which is good. Like back home, I wouldn't go to London for a month at the pointless. You know what I mean? So I love that. It's easier here, I'd guess, because of my accent. I'm like exotic. You know what I mean? Back home, I'm like a Scouser. They fucking hate us. But here, I'm like an exotic little fruit. You know what I mean? So even if you don't know what I'm saying, they have to like listen in more because, like, just to understand me to get the money's worth. And then plus, not like back home, a lot of people do crowd work. Like I would say, my level is still one of the best. But here, it's not really many people do it, and if you do it, it's shit. You know what I mean? So I've like found my own little like niche. Like I'm pigeonholed to MC. Like even if I hit up a comedy club, not to MC, they're gonna book me to MC anyway. So it's like I regard myself as the best MC in Australia. When Mickey D dies, who's another great comedian.
Why do you think that the crowd work isn't the same in Australia? Is that Australians' personalities compared to other places? Like
I don't know if it's because they're laid back and stuff. I've never had a problem with it. I fucking love crowd work Australians, but I think maybe because comedy is an older platform in the UK. Like here, comedy is probably not even that old. Live comedy has probably only been around since the 80s or something. You know what I mean? Like in England, it's been around since fucking God knows, like fucking jesters back in the day performing for the King and all that crazy shit. Like, which would be a crazy gig to get. Imagine that. That's like a corporate right now. You're gigging for the King. How much does it pay? Doesn't pay nothing. And if you bomb, you're dead. Oh, great. Sick. Sign me up for that. That's worse than Kill Tony, that. I'll tell you that. Kill Jester. You're like, how did it go? Well, I got beheaded. So how do you think it fucking went? So I think we're just more of a comedy savvy audience in the UK. It's been around here longer. Like here, you can still get away with the tricks. You know what I mean? Back home, you don't really fall for the tricks anymore. Like the stupid fucking gags. Like last night, like it was someone's birthday, and I said, you can't ask a woman how old they are, how much do you weigh. Like back home, you get booed for that. Here, you're like standing ovation. Oh my god, how did he come up with that?
All right, tell us about your NBA fandom and you being a LeBron-Sexual.
The erection's back. I've got a podcast, which is this is like the most high tech podcast I've ever been on. Your podcast, by the way, mine's called the LeBron James podcast. That I want to meet LeBron James podcast, and it's pretty much just every episode we talk about ways I can meet LeBron, and a lot of them involve to pretend his son, bomb threats, like some of the worst ideas. You know what I mean? Like fucking go to the I Promise school and hold it hostage till LeBron comes to meet you. They're never good ideas. Like sometimes it's like fake media pass. Okay, I could do that. Whatever. Go to a G League game. Go to his house in LA on an e-scooter. I've done all that sort of stuff, and I'm getting closer. Last year I met Bronny, his son. I sat next to D'Angelo Russell for a G League game because I was sitting courtside for Bronny's first game. Obviously, yes, I've got no respect for money. I met Rob Pelinka, who recognised me 2 days later at a Lakers game, which was sick. I've met JJ Redick, so I'm getting closer. You know what I mean? I've met his son. I'm like one generation away from meeting him.
I'm going to expose myself here.
I have comedy goals, but that is my only goal in life, really. Like if I meet LeBron, I'll die happy, man.
I've actually never listened to your podcast, and I saw that you've done 250 episodes. So are you serious about that? That for 250 episodes, you've done hypotheticals of how you're going to meet LeBron James?
Yeah, I mean, the first, I only record for like 23 minutes because obviously LeBron's number or 25. I'm going to bring it back because people do message me about it and all that sort of stuff. And I just record it wherever I go. I just do it on my phone, just wherever I am with a guest. Like there's a lot of like in green rooms or in fucking airport lounges, shit like that. People's couches and all that, futons and stuff in the background. Like I don't think I've had the same background in it. Like I love your consistency here. I don't think I've had the same background in any of my podcasts, to be honest. It's always different. And yeah, we just talk about that. And then the last question of the podcast is, how can I meet LeBron? And I normally say, give me a funny answer and a real answer. And then, yeah. Right. And I've tried most of them out, you know what I mean? We made a rap parody song. I obviously I slide into his DMs all the time, all that stuff. I went to his house in LA, went to a G League game, tried to rent a taco truck to park it outside his house, but then it didn't have a speaker, so we couldn't play music. Well, that's pointless. So yeah, I've done like give me an idea right now, and I'll tell you if someone said it or if I've tried it.
I think the best way to get him into a room would be try and broker a $200 million deal with him. So you need a friend in finance, and you need something that would appeal to him. So either like a media pitch or like a branding pitch. So for example, whiskey. He's into whiskey, right? So get him out of Hennessy and get him into some type of Scottish whiskey or a Scouser whiskey, something like this. I think
that's the thing, because he's a Liverpool fan and he owns like 3% of Liverpool, so he's always like posting about the Reds and all that. So like that's not a bad idea, that like a Scouse whiskey or something. Yeah.
That actually, maybe that's your in there. You know somebody who's at Liverpool, and then you get into the same board meeting that LeBron's at.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I love when a plan comes together. All I need now is 200 million seed money.
Yeah,
easy.
So you need some friends with some finance behind them, and you can make this happen.
I'll pay it in Australian and save me a bunch of money. Probably be like £5.
All right. So, how did you become obsessed with LeBron in the first place? Like, tell us about the genesis of this. And
well, 2000, I got into basketball. Like I got in quite late. Maybe I was like 11, 12 or something, like compared to like, you know what I mean, like fucking the prodigies and all that, and fucking playing to do Fortnite. So, and then when I got into in 2002 or 2001, I think it was, LeBron was not in the league yet, but he was like the face. So like whenever I looked up basketball or saw a magazine as the fucking news agents, it was LeBron. So I remember I had the fucking chosen one, like the Sports Illustrated. I think he was like, what was he? He was like, he would have been like sophomore, so he was like fucking 16 or something like that. And then I was like 11 or something. And I was like, well, I guess this is the guy. I'm just going to follow him. And then 23 years later, I'm still fucking following him. It was nuts. Like I should have been a New Jersey fan, really, on paper, because my family, they live in America, some of them, and they would, like, when I first watched basketball, like, on the TV, it was like the 2001 finals, Lakers versus New Jersey, Jason Kidd versus Shaq, and they used to send the VHSs over, so they'd mail the VHSs over, and I'm watching it like it's live. Like the playoffs was in July, I'm watching this in like September, being like, oh my god, fucking hell, put in the next VHS. I want to see if the Lakers win. You know what I mean? Like now you just fucking Google it, but I would live by that. Then I was like Jason Kidd, even though he is like maybe he is like half black or his dad's black, I thought he was white, and I was like, oh, this is sick. I had a Jason Kidd jersey, all that sort of stuff. I'd worn it like fucking every old clothes day to school. It was fucking sick. Used to wear it with sleeves under like a proper fucking honky.
Yeah,
because
you're too skinny just to wear the jersey, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh yeah, it was fucking hanging off. It was fucking dress, and then so at New Jersey, and then then LeBron came along, and because he was black, I was like, well, that's even cooler. Jason Kidd, and then that was it. After that, that's all she wrote. So I was like, obviously LeBron went to the Cavs, so now I'm a Cavs fan. He went to Heat, now I'm a Heat fan. He's gone back to Cleveland, now I'm a Cavs, and then Lakers now. So, I've seen him live.
Of NBA supporters, then that they don't so much follow a team. You just follow a player, and then as that player moves around, you just start following that new team. Like that.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, because I'm a Liverpool fan. I'm from Liverpool, so I support Liverpool. But I mean, like, you normally support a team where you're from. You don't have a choice, do you? Or where your parents are from. Or so, but my parents didn't like basketball. I was like the only first person in the family that fucking play basketball, like, or watch it. So I like players. Yeah, like if you're not from a city, then if you live in America and your city doesn't have a basketball team, you're like, I guess you support the closest one, or you just pick a player. You know what I mean? Most people now, like even my mates who are like Boston fans, they still like other players. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I think.
What's your thing?
Actually, I don't have a team because for that exact reason, I find it too hard to actually pick a team. Being so far away from America, when I was a kid, I loved Hakeem. So when I got into basketball, Hakeem was basically dominating the league. That was at the 2 years that Jordan was out. So I really remembered that fondly. And then I had a life-size Hakeem poster on my wall. Like that's how.
That's sick.
Yeah, like how crazy I was about Hakeem. But
so you got like a bit of Houston. There's a bit of Houston in you then, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely.
Houston, I guess,
I enjoy watching Houston. Like, don't get me wrong, but I think I was telling you this off the air the other day. It's like I don't really have time to sit down and watch that much live basketball anymore. So I'll just try and pick one good game a day, and I just prefer to watch a good game as opposed to my team. So like the Hornets have been awesome this year, man. If you haven't been watching the Hornets, I think you've missed out on a lot of really good basketball. Like they're just a good, fun team to watch. Yeah, probably not you.
Bush City, baby. So look at this.
Yeah,
I got the LaMelo Ball Hornets jersey on right now.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. I think the other one too is the Pistons this year. Like they've been a really good team to watch.
Oh yeah,
like, they've been great. So.
Cade Cunningham was fringe MVP. Yeah, he's got those fucking young kids running.
Going back to that whole thing about following players instead of, I really think that's because of the way they've marketed the NBA now. They don't really market teams anymore. They market matchups. So it's like Zion versus Ja Morant or LeBron James versus Kevin Durant. Like I think that's where all that modern fandom comes from, and it does really irritate the old heads because they're loyal to their team and they sort of view us as being disloyal, I suppose, to any particular team.
But then you've got like now the players just got so much more power. It's that as well, really. You know what I mean? Like LeBron's fucking social media has got more followers than the actual NBA. Never mind his basketball team. He's got more followers than the whole franchise. So you're like, well, fuck. Like, there's more eyes on him, so people just see him more than they see the Lakers page or something.
He hasn't done very much wrong. I'll say this about LeBron James. Like, you know, he's had the same woman since high school. He's had no drug reports. He's had no
drugs,
violence.
no rapes, nothing. Yeah, exactly.
Nothing
and
like
he came from high school. Like he shouldn't be in the league. Like he should have been like depression should have got to him. Like, but
the worst thing for him is Maverick Carter. I think he actually needs to cut that guy loose. I know he's been fantastic for him, but I think that guy's like running off the rails at the moment.
Oh, I don't know what he's doing. Yeah, but I mean, Magna Carta got him Dre beats and invested in Liverpool Football Club. So you can't knock it.
Though, is it? Yeah.
I'll tell you what, he's going off the rails now because he's going out with Adele.
Yeah,
I think they're still together, and I love Adele. I've seen her live, but I'm assuming she's crazy. That's why she's fucking every song's about an ex. Like you wouldn't leave her. You must have left her for a reason. She's a millionaire. but she's fucking guys keep leaving her, so she must do something fucking wrong.
I'm not sure. Maybe she's one of those people who just can't help but picking the bad guys.
Maybe, I guess. I mean,
Which
I've
makes me.
never seen it. I was like, how the fuck did they even meet? The most random couple ever. Oh no, it's not Maverick Carter. Sorry, that's Rich Paul. Fuck.
Have I got my
but
names
still.
wrong? Have I?
No. I'm thinking of. No, I think I got it wrong. Adele's with Rich Paul. But even then, how did they meet? That's weird. Maverick Carter, I think, is Rich Paul's his mate, but he's the agent. And I think Maverick's his business manager. Correct, yeah.
Anyway, let's not let the truth get in the way of a good story. Going back to you watching VHSs of the NBA Finals, the first thing I purchased when I got my first real job was a DVD subscription to Pontel, and that was a European company. And once a week you could pick a basketball game. They would burn it onto DVD for you and then post it out to Australia so I could watch games because I couldn't get League Pass. Yeah, seriously. So that's
crazy.
I think it costs like $30 or $35 a week if you paid for it on a year, but if you bought it disc by disc, it was like $40 or something like that. And when I was a 21-year-old guy, that was a lot of money to me. So, but I've still got them all in my living room, just stacked up in boxes, sort of thing.
That's it. Wait. So would it be you'd buy like a regular season game, or you'd buy like a whole playoff series? Because once if you got one game and it was like a shit game, it was like a blowout.
You know what I mean? So if you bought a yearly package, you got 52 games. So then you could pick one game per week, and each week you would pick a game, and you could pick any game that you wanted, any game ever.
Okay,
so you could pick regular season games, playoff games, and you could pick the old school games too. They had sort of this built up old catalog. So I've got all the All-Star games somewhere. Yeah, I stopped buying them a while ago, so I can't remember what year I don't have the All-Star games from, but I've got the classic ones of, remember when Magic came back and then played in the All-Star game after he announced having HIV? I've got that game. That's just, gives
That's the one where nobody would guard him. They wouldn't get too close except for Dennis Rodman, because he was like, I've probably got AIDS anyway. So.
I mean, the thing I remember from that game was that they were sort of going one-on-one with him at the end of the game. So Jordan was defending him, and then I think Isaiah Thomas was defending him for possession. And then my recollection, he was scoring on them every possession down, but I probably need to.
Hitting some threes as well and stuff. Yeah.
That
think about it. What year was that? Was that 93? Magic was the starting point guard in the fucking 92 Olympics. You know what I mean? He would have had AIDS then. He probably played 2 seasons with AIDS, and he was just still that fucking good.
I think he did have AIDS. Sorry, I think he did have HIV during the Olympics.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he probably didn't know himself, but he must have had it. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember when it was announced.
And he was in the 91 finals with AIDS, probably, against Jordan.
Sorry, HIV. So he announced it in 1991. November 7th, 1991. So then
after the finals, but before the Olympics,
Yeah, because I remember that, because they were like, can he play? And what's going to happen if someone, bleeds or something like that on the court? They had to sort of put in a protocol for him. Yeah. Sort of a big deal. We've completely segued you here. So you were talking about your LeBron stardom, following him from Miami, Cleveland, and now back to the Lakers. So tell us more about that.
Well, I'll tell you, it's better being a fucking Miami Heat fan and a Lakers fan than a Cleveland fan. I don't know if you've ever been to Cleveland before. I've been once, and it's a fucking shithole. I'll tell you that. I'd rather go to a fucking game in Miami than I would in fucking downtown Cleveland. Fucking hell.
What's a better city, Philadelphia or Cleveland? Because I've been to Philly.
I've been to Philly as well, but I just went in and out. I just went to the game. I saw LeBron play there. I saw LeBron's worst loss of his career, 45 point loss. And I got a bus all the way from New York. I made my friend fly for one night from Savannah, Georgia. Had cigars, and then afterwards, I'm like, I'm still fucking smoking the cigar. I've paid for this. Fuck this. It was brutal. But I'd still say Philly's better for sure. It's just the Philly fans are fucking rats. That's the only problem.
My experience in Philly was real weird because not many of them turned up. They sort of came at the start of the second quarter. It wasn't a very good game. They were disinterested. By the third quarter, some had already started to leave, and by midway through the fourth quarter, it was a bit of like a ghost town. So
yeah, they're fucking dickheads. Yeah, Miami's like that because they're all fucking too cool for school. They always come in halfway through the first quarter. You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Yeah, probably my best.
I'm there as soon as they let me in, warm up, screaming at the players. Really? Turns around, I fucking bow at them. Fucking fucking going nuts. Yeah, hammered on my own. I've seen LeBron play live 12 times now. Guess how many wins?
4.
Yeah, you nailed that. Saving his finals record, I've seen 4 wins and fucking 8 losses. Brutal.
Who will you support when LeBron James retires?
Oh, God, you're gonna make me cry. I'd still stay with the Lakers because I love Luka. I loved Luka when he was on the Mavs. Could I follow a little bit of Euro League, so I'd probably still stay with the Lakers for Luka. Because I've got a shitload of Luka jerseys now.
All right, so you've become like a Lakers fan now.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, obviously, I still like Hornets because I love LaMelo and stuff. I met him when he was out here as a rookie in Wollongong. We went to see the Awara Hawks game with my friend Jamal, and his dad, LeVar Ball was his back when he still had 2 feet. Him and his missus,
2 legs.
Yeah, Tina or whatever the fuck. They were courtside, and I was like, "That's LeVar Ball there. I reckon we could just walk over." So we just started walking over every time out. We got closer, and it just not like right up courtside, just on the shoulder. Like we were on the other side, in the stands. I just was like, "Hey mate, how are you?" Sorry to interrupt. I love what you're doing with your son. Do you mind if we get a photo? So we got a photo with him. Then everybody else tried it after that, but security was on it. They were like, nah, we're not having that. And then afterwards, I'm going to this. We're walking out, and there's a sign, $6 schooners. I was like, this is a good fucking bargain. Let's get in here, boys. We start walking in, and my mate's there, who's a shooting coach in Sydney. He used to be my shooting coach, and then we just play like 5-on-5 and stuff with this group chat. He's a good player. He was like, come up here. So me and my 2 friends walked in. As we walk in, the doors closed behind us, and we're in like the players and family lounge. It's like free food, free bevies. LaMelo Ball's like right next to me. I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? Got a photo with him. It's right place, right time.
I feel like you know how to weasel your way into the right place. To be honest, that seems like you.
At NBA games, like I'm like it's empty seats. Second half, I'm fucking making my way down there. Like I've had seats like real high, and I've ended up like behind the bench. You know what I mean? Because I go to a lot of games on my own as well. Because I'm a fucking loser. You know what I mean? I'm traveling on my own for comedy and stuff. Like if my mate's there and he likes basketball, he'll come. But I like to spend quite a bit of money on tickets. You know what I mean? It's like this is my life.
That's your thing. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I think traveling by yourself in America is pretty good though. Like my experience traveling by myself in America is like you go to a restaurant, you sit at the bar, and then 2 minutes later you're talking to the person next to you. And same as if you go to a basketball game.
Yeah,
Americans are pretty friendly.
I always talk to the people next to me because I love that element that it's all mixed. It's all the fans are sat together. Like back home, it's like segregated. You know what I mean? It's like some away games, like for football, you're getting bussed in. They're bricking the bus, the fans. You know what I mean?
That's the same as our Australian rules football too, man. Like we're not segregated either. Yeah, we're all mixed in. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's mad. So I love that because you can have a bit of banter with them. You know what I mean? It's like I was talking to this couple in fucking Miami. Then afterwards we had a drink and all that. But you can just have a bit of, you're not being like fuck you fucking all that shit. You're just being like being cheeky and stuff like. And then normally I always take a sign as well. So people always like look at the sign and normally get on the screen a lot. Like I've won fan of the game at Lakers games before because I'm up there dancing and stuff. And I always have like funny signs. It'll be like, the Queen's dead, so I came to see the King or something like that. Sometimes it'll be like I've done one where it's like my stats and then open for a 2-way contract. I wish LeBron was my daddy, shit like that. Always like funny random ones.
Is LeBron the GOAT?
Obviously, that goes without saying. That goes even before this playoff series, like him just getting past fucking Houston on his own with a couple of scrubs. He's like you got to factor in longevity. If Jordan's the GOAT, what's it based on? Because it's not based on records or stats. It's based on rings. And if it's based on rings, then Bill Russell's the GOAT, isn't it? So like LeBron will retire first in pretty much everything. He's top 3, top 5 in points, assists, and rebounds. And he's the highest scorer of all time, and he's a pass first player. It's nuts. Like 23 years for him to do this at 41 is out of control. Lad. It's never been done before.
Okay, so the Bill Russell thing, I think to compare that era from the 60s to now, there's too much of a difference in athleticism. So
I'll give you that. He's playing against fucking Bakers. Yeah.
I love Bill Russell, but I think he might be like, say, the Ben Wallace of our generation, a really dominant athletic guy, but I don't think he would have the same impact on the league today that he had then. So let's just remove that for a second. I think the Jordan thing is actually more relevant because they've got very different achievements. And I think you've pointed out all the longevity awards that LeBron has won. But from my observation, the difference between the two is that Jordan won 6 championships, 3 in a row twice. And most people will say that winning 2 championships in a row is really hard, but winning 3 in a row is like, you have to take 5 years off your career to do it. It's just one of those things that's almost impossible to do. I personally think it does come down to championships in the modern era. And that's why people consider Jordan to be the GOAT over LeBron. And
I mean, it's just generational. Like, let's be like, people still think Jordan's the GOAT, but in 15 years, everybody's going to say LeBron. You know what I mean? When Jordan was in the league, everybody was like, Kareem's the GOAT. You know what I mean? It's just whatever you grow up watching, what you see about. And like, Jordan, he also retired for fucking 2 years. You know what I mean? The Bulls were a great team. You put Jordan on any other team, I don't know if he's going that whole way. Yeah, I love Jordan. He's phenomenal. He's the second best of all time. But like, when Jordan retired for 2 seasons, the Bulls still made playoffs, and Scottie Pippen was top 5, and it was 4th in MVP votes both years. So it's like, you know what I mean? The Bulls were still good. As soon as LeBron leaves the team, they're in rebuild again. You know what I mean? They're awful.
I mean, prime Pippen was not to be messed with. He was an absolute beast. Like, I'd actually love to see him
one of the best small forwards of all time. Yeah, he'd be even better now. If he had a 3-pointer, he'd be unstoppable. And then, like, LeBron played, the heat aside, LeBron played against super teams. The Bulls were the super team. Like, what's the best player Michael played against? Magic with AIDS, Clyde Drexler.
It was HIV, but yeah, I take your point. I think the Portland
Magic
team
with
is
AIDS,
very, very good.
The Portland team was good. Yeah, but I'm saying fucking Clyde Drexler didn't give a shit. The Utah was great. I'll give you Utah was good. But I mean,
I think the Barkley team was pretty good too, frankly.
What do you reckon? Would you rather play John Stockton or would you rather play Shea Gilgeous-Alexander? You'd rather play John Stockton. You'd rather play against John Stockton any day, of course. You'd rather play against fucking. I'd rather play against Karl Malone than I would fucking Jokic. I'll tell you that. Like, the quality is so much better now. Like,
the amount of player movement that we have now and how much the average IQ of players has increased is insane. And just the athleticism.
Like, Steve Kerr is pretty much Austin Reeves now. Like, Steve Kerr is Austin. Like, you know what I mean? That's the transition.
Yeah.
Like, even the role players are just fucking bucket getters. Like,
100%. I think we're in agreement on this. Absolutely. If you're on your deathbed,
agree that LeBron is the GOAT?
Not that bit.
The
league overall athleticism and skill has improved. I agree with you on that, but LeBron is the GOAT. I'm not too sure about that.
I mean, I love The Last Dance. Like, I watch it like a fucking comedy now. Like, I fucking love it. Like, but
you're on your deathbed. Make-a-wish calls. You can either high five LeBron or Liverpool can win the Premier League. What would you choose?
I'm going. Well, I've seen Liverpool win 2 Premier Leagues in my life, so I'm going LeBron high five all fucking day, and I'm fucking catching that shit, man. I'm licking the shit out of that fucking hand as well. You're damn right I am.
Just doing a Bart Simpson, never washing your hand again.
Yeah, exactly. Just as soon as he done it, handcuffs, boom, duct tape, never let go. Chinese finger traps.
All right. So normally on this podcast, we talk about basketball cards. Are you okay if we talk a little bit about some basketball cards?
Yeah, can I actually show you some cards, actually, to give me a value, if you can?
Okay, sure.
Because I went to a card show in Perth. They done it's the first time I'd probably been. So I'll start with this one here. You ready?
Sure.
This is a football one. So this is Steven Gerrard. This was that was just me to, like, not in terms of value, just a bit of nostalgia for me. I was like, there was only like one Liverpool football card in the whole place. So I was like,
and it's a Ruby Wave card. I think that one is.
So is it a Ruby Wave?
Select is.
It says number 204 on the back. I don't know what the fuck that means.
And you want me to give you a value, do you?
I mean, if you can do that. I don't know if you know about football, but maybe the basketball ones you could. That was $60, I think I paid for that. This next one they gave me for free. Little brawny, baby.
So that's the mosaic.
This one? This is brawny.
And I think that's called Yellow Flash.
It's a Mosier. I got rookie card for brawny, which he gave me that for free, so I don't think he fucking could he recognize me from comedy, so I don't think it's worth fucking none.
I think that's actually a really nice gift that he's given to you, man.
Yeah, no, it's fucking great. Yeah, I mean, he was like a massive comedy fan. Like he wanted a photo with me and all that sort of stuff. And then, do you want to see the prize piece? I've only got 3 collector's piece, but this is the prize.
I reckon that Brody one's about $10 Aussie. I reckon that would be my guess on that one.
Hey, that's $10 profit. Paid 0 for it. We'll take it. This is the pride piece. LeBron James rookie card, Cleveland Cavaliers, 2003, 2004. This is the only legit collectible out of the old 3, really. UD Collectibles, LeBron James, freshman season, number 69. I don't know what that means. That's like the one. But this one's sick, yeah.
I like that. And what's yours graded to, man?
I don't know what that means.
PSA 8?
PSA 8, yeah.
Yeah, 110 American, probably in that sort of ballpark.
Oh, that's good. I mean, I got this for 60, so 60 US, 60 Australian. So that's good.
Actually, here it is right here. This is it. So it just sold for 117 American.
I'm going to be rich. Let's go. Once LeBron gets his 5th championship this year, let's go. So if LeBron matches 6, does he nudge Jordan, or are you still giving it to Jordan because he done it 3 times back to back?
If he gets 6, then it becomes a serious conversation.
Well, of course. No, if he gets 5, it's done and dusted. I reckon 5 at 41. Behave yourself. He's been a Finals MVP on 3 different teams. That's more value because that's Kobe as well, isn't it?
Hang on, just wait. Yeah, he's only got 4. No way, man. No.
Yeah, crazy. Man. You're a fucking old head. Look at you, fucking unk. Old head.
I probably am older than you, to be honest. That's
I bet your all-time starting 5 doesn't even have a white guy in it, does it? Actually, no, you probably got Larry Bird, a power forward.
I would go Hakeem, Duncan, LeBron at small forward, Jordan, point guard.
Iverson, Magic.
Steph Curry or Magic. That's, probably Steph.
I'd go Magic or
For
Iverson.
Longevity, that's why I'd pick Steph.
Yeah. Magic or Iverson. I'd go Jordan, LeBron. Tim Duncan is the best power forward of all time, but for me, I'd probably go like Nowitzki, and then I'd probably go for center. I'd probably go like Shaq or something.
Yeah, that'd be a good little matchup for us.
Yeah, or Jokic maybe.
Oh man, Jokic he's just too good at basketball. He literally is just like a walking computer. That guy.
And he doesn't even give a shit. Like I saw a photo with his top off the other day. He looks awful. He's like excited they got knocked out so he can fucking go to the horses. No.
I'm not sure that it's not that he doesn't care. He's got other things on in his life. I actually think he works really, really hard at his craft. Like the amount of skill that's got.
Oh no, he obviously cares. I mean,
he didn't just roll out of bed and have that much skill. Man. That's hours and hours and hours and hours of like mind-numbing practice. Anyway, can we talk basketball cards? Did you want to bring up any more?
That's all. That's the only 3 cards I got. I'm not a big collector. I collect more jerseys and stuff like that. Like I've got shit load of jerseys, like all over the world. I got some in storage rooms. I got about 8 in rotation here. I got some in my mum's, but I don't have. I'm not a card guy now. Like in England, it wasn't really a thing. Like we had football cards growing up, but there was no basketball cards. Plus, like I probably thought they were for nerds back then or whatever the fuck.
Well, we are nerds. I don't think that's even.
I mean, now I'm like, yeah, we're nerds and I love it. But like back then, it was like, you know what I mean? I threw it in with like Pokemon cards or something, even though it's like.
Yeah. Alrighty. So what we normally do on this podcast is we take cards or we take an event that's happened in the NBA and then relate that back to cards. So that's my normal sort of shtick. So I found some LeBron cards that I thought you might be interested in talking about. So what I'll do is I'll introduce the card and then I'll sort of flick to you and then you can give us your take on the card. Okay. So the first card we're going to talk about today is this LeBron James Exquisite 2003 vertical RPA.
Wait, is that some of the game worn jersey in there?
Yeah, so it's game worn jersey on card autograph. This is from his rookie year, and this particular card is graded by BGS, which is a grading company, and it's given it a 9 out of 10. It recently just sold for $5.2 million. So we're going through a bit of
what?
A cycle. Actually,
hell.
that's actually not true. It last sold in 2021, but we're currently going through a cycle at the moment where there's some really big high-end cards that are selling. So,
so what do you reckon? Like people have been sitting on them for a bit, and now they're eventually selling them, or what? Like, wouldn't you just wait until LeBron retires at this point? Like, obviously, when Kobe died, like everything went through the roof because it came out of nowhere. But like, everything's going to go up when he retires, obviously, you know.
Actually, the funny thing about Kobe's, he definitely did go up after he passed. Like that's true. But in the last 12 months, he's gone up more than he went up before that. Like he has gone up exponentially in the last 12 months. Yeah, so he's going through a real push at the moment. And so there's a thing at the moment where people are talking about essentially not money laundering, but people are buying Pokemon cards and then money shifting cards across. So there is some belief that, some of that could be happening in the basketball world, but I think that
like they're using it as like a Bitcoin thing or something.
Yeah, almost. But the biggest factor I think that's happening at the moment is that O'Leary, where he's coming in, he's been buying up a lot of these really big cards and then going on TV and talking about it. So Kevin O'Leary.
Yeah, so he's saying about like the pricing and the money in it to the mainstream market.
Yeah, and he's been going on TV, like national TV, and talking about it too. So I think that's the other thing that. Yeah,
whatever happened to the NTF, the online cards? Remember they were pushing that hard when it was Zion's rookie year. Did they just all lose value or what?
Are you talking about Top Shots?
Yeah,
that is still a thing, but it dropped off really, really hard. Like at one point, you had to go into a ballot to get the packets, whereas now they're much, much easier to get, and a lot of the value out of it.
Yeah. I mean, there's something about holding a physical card that I like as well. You know what I mean? You just look at it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I understand the appeal of digital cards, and I really enjoy it. But I think my problem is like, what do you do with these things? I think I play FC 26, and I love doing all the SBC. Do you play FIFA?
Yeah. When you said FC 26, I was like, ew, I know that's what it's called now, but I've never heard anybody call it that. You just still call it FIFA. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. So and do you do the squad building challenges where you put the players in, then you get a pack back? Like that's what I really enjoy doing. That
I'm not. I never really had a fucking console growing up. I was fucking poor as shit. So I'd always just go to my mates. He had one. So I played a lot of FIFA, but just like 1-on-1. I never like playing online FIFA because I was shit. Plus, my favorite part was the fucking roasting each other, the banter in the room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I play it when other people play it. Sort of bad. Like
I'll defend you on that. It's probably not that you're shit at it, man. It's just that these people who play online play it a lot. They're just really
7-year-old fucking Asian kid just fucking rocking me. He's had 5 goals with Heung-min Son. You're like, fuck off.
All right. Do you have any other words about the
LeBron? What FIFA rules do you play? So because it's all different around the world. Do you do like 3-0 half time? There's an automatic win. You do 5-0. You got to write an apology letter, stuff like that, or what?
It depends on the mode that is set by FC.
Okay.
You don't get to pick it. It depends on the mode. The one I like the most, though, is that it's a short game, and then if you're down by 3 goals, the game automatically ends. Because otherwise, like some games, you just get absolutely trounced, but then you sort of put out of misery really quickly. Like I like those ones. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, Charlie, what were you saying about LeBron?
No, did you want to say any more words about that card that we were just looking at, or can we move on to the next one?
I mean, I saw one in the card show in Perth. It was a Kobe, Michael, and LeBron all at 3 card with the jerseys, and I can't even remember how much he said it was. He pulled it out like it was like handcuffed to his briefcase to his wrist. It was like full on like codes. Pulled it out. He's like, "I'll show you this because you sound." Because I was talking to him.
Probably wasn't even priced up. I'm guessing, man. He probably
no, it was not selling that. Like he was just doing that to show like the other people at the stand to show off.
Yeah,
like that was like that's probably the most expensive, like the best card, expensive best I've seen in real life. But I do like it when they have like the jersey bit in it and stuff.
This one I picked out for you to talk about. This is the 2020 LeBron James Panini Prism. This is the Kobe tribute dunk. This is one of my favorite LeBron cards personally.
I saw one of them there as well. Well, like a variation of that.
Yeah, so this particular one that's on the screen is the gold. That's numbered to 10. It's PSA 10. That last sold for $384,000 in October 25. But if we look at some of the other ones that...
Because, like, that's the thing with LeBron, there must be so many cards because he's played for so many years, so many different teams, you know what I mean? It's like...
Yeah, that's actually a very good observation about LeBron. The thing that is interesting about him, though, is he had a contract to sign with Upper Deck, and Upper Deck hasn't held the license for the last 10 years or so. So there's been no LeBron autographs at all coming through product. So his autographs have held value really, really well.
So he hasn't actually saturated it with that then?
Well, not signatures, but yeah, definitely cards and numbered cards. You're 100% right on that. But then now there's a new company making the cards, and that's called Tops and Fanatics, and he is signing for them. So we're going to be seeing some more LeBron autographs, that's really exciting. This is the silver variant.
Like that new company, can they bring back old LeBron cards, or can they only print like him?
They'll just make new ones. They'll make new ones of it. Yeah. This is a raw silver card, so that sold for $115, and it sells a lot. Like if you track this back here, you can see there's been heaps of sales.
How much? 115,000.
115 American dollars.
Just right. Oh shit, that's going everywhere.
Is that something you'd want to put into your collection?
I mean, it's fucking. I'd love that. That'd be fucking sick. Yeah. That's fucking dope. You might have to send me. You're gonna have to send me this fucking website after this. I'm gonna be going nuts on this tonight. When I get stoned, I always order so much stuff online. Like today, I woke up and Ruben's like, "You've got a package." I was like, "When the fuck did I order this?" And it was just like some random fucking things. I just get stoned and then forget I've ordered shit. So I'm gonna lose so much money tonight.
I'm not too sure I feel good about this, to be honest, doing that to you, man.
No, you knew what you're doing.
This is another one of my personal favorites for LeBron. This is the 2008 Topps Chrome. This is what we call the chalk toss card. I love this card so much.
That's the one that they had. That's the one that they had the mural in Cleveland. I was outside of that.
PSA 10. That last sold for $987 US. The population on that is 522, and that's just on the base. There's quite a few different parallels of this. There's the X Fractor to 288.
What's the zoom in a bit on the actual card? I'm trying to see. What's that above?
So see this one here, how it looks
circle rings,
Yeah, see how that's sort of checkerboarded there. So that particular pattern, that's called the X Fractor. So there's different types of this one. So for example, we see this one. This will be easier for you to see. This is the orange variant of that same card.
Yeah.
So there's the orange.
So that's with the regular chalk.
Yeah. There's the gold to 50, and then there's the refractor, which is essentially the silver prism of the old school.
Nice.
I love this card a lot. Like if you're looking at putting a card into your collection, I did a segment on this just in the last week or so. Even if you buy the base card of this and you buy the worst graded card of it, I think this is a really, really good long-term purchase. I love this card a lot. I think this is going to be like an all-time LeBron card.
What's that? Is that top right? Is that 9.5 out of 10? Is that the rating or not?
Yeah, exactly. So in the 2000s, this was the biggest grading company in the world. Whereas at the moment, PSA is the top dog when it comes to grading.
Yeah.
90.
So on that one,
90.
that's a PSA rating of 8 then?
Yep.
Okay. So,
yep.
I was always wondering what that number was. So in terms of like, if you put it in fucking like, what's like the, in Pokemon, the Charizard shiny is like the best one. What's some of the best ones? Like, obviously everyone would think it'd be like Jordan rookies and all that sort of stuff, but there must be some real niche ones out there.
I think at the moment Michael Jordan is absolutely king, and he's going through this huge resurgence at the moment. And in particular, his inserts are selling for just stupid money. Like a lot of it actually, it doesn't make sense what these cards are selling for.
Okay,
I'll try and find one that I've bookmarked. And I'm sort of the opinion now that most Jordans, even cheap ones, are just unobtainable just because of how high they're selling for.
Yeah. When did you get into this?
So when I was a little
been a basketball fan for ages, but
Yeah, so I mean, my connection to basketball essentially was that I went through a really rough patch in primary school with like making friends and dealing with bullies and sort of getting over that, aspect of childhood. And I made friends with basketball. And so then I wanted to start a new group of friends and sort of get away from a group of kids that I didn't feel was that like treating me that well. and then playing basketball by myself, then I met other kids playing basketball. So essentially that just created this really positive environment for myself. And then at that time, that was when you could go to the local market and pick up packets of cards for like $2. And that was my pocket money per week, was $2. So that's sort of, and I also personally believe too that collecting is genetic. My dad was a bit of a collector, and my grandfather was I'm not even too sure of the right word for this, but after he passed, but worse than a hoarder. After he passed, it took my dad and my uncle about 6 months to clean out all the stuff, because he just, you couldn't walk around his house anymore because it was filled up with all this stuff that he bought from op shops and stuff. So I'm not that bad.
And then you don't want to throw something out because you don't want to throw it all out, because there could be like a fucking vase in there worth $2 million. You know what I mean?
No, they threw a lot of it out. They had to purchase skips in to get rid of all this stuff. It was
but they probably at least looked through it a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but from my grandpa's perspective, that grew up through the two world wars, and then through that sort of era of the Depression, he was going down to the op shop and buying something for $2 and it was getting this like piece of value. And so that was his perspective on it. Anyway, going back to Jordan, this is the perfect example. Okay, this is probably not the best example on this, but this is an example of a Jordan card, and you can see here the price variant. So basically in the last 3 years, this has gone from $30,000 all the way up to $50,000. This card's numbered to 150, so there's only a total of 150 of them. Yeah, but it's absolutely skyrocketed. And so this is one example of a Jordan card that's skyrocketing. But if you look at any Jordan insert from the 90s at the moment, like they're just going absolutely bananas. And so I think I've answered your question pretty well. Who's sort of the big dog of cards at the moment? It's just Jordan.
There's a lot. Card,
there's a lot going on in basketball cards, and obviously I'm short answering a pretty complicated question, but that would be my most simplistic answer.
Yeah, sick. I'll allow it. Lock it in.
Let's do some.
Like I wasn't expecting you to say like fucking. I'm trying to think of the nichest player I can think of now.
Muggsy Bogues.
Terry Rozier, you know what I mean? A Kemba Walker Knicks card. I'd be like, what?
The Luka Doncic acquisition.
Yeah. What's the question? Or are we just taking a moment of silence to celebrate?
I mean,
it's the biggest. It's one of the biggest GM fuck ups in like. I mean, when the trade happened, you're like, what the fuck's going on here? Like, I don't know if he had a personal beef with Luka, or if he fucking went on holiday to Slovenia once and got food poisoning or something, but fucking Nico Harrison just didn't fucking like him. He took him to it all started with fucking remember in the finals where Luka's trying to enjoy a nice beer and fucking I can't remember, was it Michael Redd, an ex-player, comes over and takes the beer off him. You're like, already you're not respecting your superstar there. Yeah, I guess the job's not done, but let the man have a fucking beer. You think anyone's stopping Jokic from fucking drinking beers? I don't think so.
No.
Like, so they fucked up there. The mere fact that they got him, the Desmond Bain trade, they got more value for him than they did fucking for Luka. Like, Luka was two players, that was it. Like, and then both of those players aren't even there anymore. Like, so I don't know why he did that. Obviously, Luka did look a bit out of shape, but it doesn't matter. He was still averaging like 30 points that season. Like, it made a bit more sense when they got Cooper Flag, because you're like, okay, maybe the NBA is rigged like years ago when they rigged the draft so New York could get Ewing. You know what I mean? Maybe that was part of the deal, all that sort of stuff. But then they fired Nico, so you're like, well, I guess it's not. Like, Cooper is a great player, and like he is going to be good, but Luka was already tried and tested. You know what I mean? Like, so I loved it, mate. I woke up and it was going nuts. Like, I had more matches that day than fucking when my nan died. Like, it was going crazy.
I think that's just another reason why to hate Lakers fans, though, honestly. Like, they just seem to keep getting these amazing players at a discount, and now they've just done it again, but on a much bigger scale. So
yeah, I mean, well, a bit like it's LA. It's like people want to play in these fucking places, like the big markets, innit? Nobody wants to play in fucking Trailblazers. Everybody wants to play in LA. Like, even Boston, New York, you'd still take LA because the weather. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm still kind of pissed off about Paul Gasol getting traded there for a bag of chips, and then for them to run it back again with Luka, it's just unbelievable.
Yeah, but then no, but like they got Marc Gasol and he became a great fucking player
No.
for fucking.
No. No. He's not as good
Memphis.
as his brother.
No, he wasn't as good, but I'm saying like that grit and grind era, like he's still gonna fucking retire his jersey, all that sort of stuff for sure. But yeah, I don't know. But I mean, it's like I don't know. It's not like fucking. I don't think anyone's scared of Rob Pelinka. It's not like the bullying. Jerry West back in the day, yeah, I could see him bullying other teams for sure and getting the players.
Pelinka's done
he
a good job
Rob,
though. I think for someone with his lack of experience, he's been amazing. He knows the NBA
I mean,
better than
he was Kobe's agent, so obviously Lakers fans love him because it's like, well, fucking, he looked after Kobe. Kobe loved him. That's good enough for us, you know what I mean? And I've met him. He's a nice guy. Like he is. He's chill.
Okay, so other than Sam Presti, though, who's the better GM in the league than Pelinka? Like, honestly,
what's Sam
who's
Presti?
done a better
OKC, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, Masai Uri, he just signed at Mavs, so watch out for that. He's going to be making some moves. He was the Raptors GM.
I agree with that,
won,
but he's had a pretty rough. I agree with that, but he's had a pretty rough trot in Toronto. I think all the moves that he's done, they all haven't played out that well.
He got them a chip. He got them the first ever chip.
Yeah,
so. The only chip, so he done better than all the GMs before, didn't he? I guess.
Yeah.
Like he got him a chip, so yeah.
How are the Lakers going to avoid being swept by the Thunder?
Well, you've got to fucking get some more Spanish serum into Luka. We just need Luka to come back. I reckon if we go down the next game, Luka comes back, because he was meant to be coming back the third or fourth game anyway. If him and Luka, like even 80% Luka, that cancels him and Shea out. So Shea's going to have 30, Luka's going to have 30. So you can cancel them out. That's easy.
Okay.
They're both going to get players in foul trouble. They're both going to do the same sort of things. They're both going to get easy free throws. And then
I love your optimism here. This is elite optimism.
Of course.
I've got to say.
And then it comes down to, because Jay Will's still out for you guys. And then it comes down to like, is Ayton a fucking pussy or what? Is he Dom Ayton or is he fucking a sub? That's like fucking, that's not a substitute, a submissive. Is he going to get fucked in the ass by fucking Chet Holmgren? Fucking Abe Lincoln Jr. No, Chet's a beast. I had a rookie OKC Chet jersey. I love Chet. I fucking gone to argue. I think he's a beast.
You've got Aiden and Smart on your roster. Like, nice role players towards the end of their careers.
Well, that was the thing. Yeah, but you got Caruso had fucking Reeves in his pocket the whole game. I never missed Caruso more than fucking watching that game. I was like, Jesus. And then obviously you have Caruso on fucking Luka, don't you, I guess? And then you'd have fucking Smart on Shea. But we just played awful last game. Like that's the worst game we'll play this whole series. You'll agree with that. That's a given. And it wasn't even like the first half. That'll be the worst second half, we played this whole season. This whole series.
The only thing I'll say to that though is that you guys played bad, but also they're so good at defense, they probably made you play bad. I think that's one thing.
No, but I mean, we couldn't make shots either. Like LeBron was like we were missing open shots and stuff like that. It's like we like the turnovers. It was turnovers that you weren't even causing. You know what I mean? It was like so much shit.
Is JJ Redick a good coach?
I mean, in terms of fucking the numbers, I guess the numbers don't lie, isn't he? He's fucking 255 plus win seasons or whatever.
You're not convincing me, man. In fact, I would say it's the opposite.
He's 2 years in. You're not going to say, like, ask me. You're not going to ask me about a second year.
No, don't sit on the fence.
Yes, he's a good coach. I think he's a good coach, yeah. I honestly think he does. Like, I mean, even coaching all those fucking egos, LeBron, Luka, and all that sort of stuff. LeBron's the coach as well, let's be serious. He's about fucking 80% the coach. LeBron's the other 20%. It's basketball IQ. He's played the game at a high level. He's not won. But and he's not a pussy either. Like he'll get in fucking somebody's face, which I like. Like LeBron's never had a fucking great coach. Who's LeBron's best coach? Fucking, I mean, for Eric Spoelstra, I guess. But Eric Spoelstra wasn't even Eric Spoelstra back then. So it's like that's another reason fucking Michael won more because he had fucking Phil Jackson. I'll sit here and fucking swear at you all day. I'm not asked. I'll die on this hill.
No, it's anything goes on this show, man. That's totally fine.
Yeah.
Look, we're up to an hour and 15. I think we have to call it. Otherwise, we're just going to keep talking smack.
Call that time out, baby.
That's right.
Well, let's draw something up.
Thank you so much for your time today. This has been amazing. You've been so generous with your time.
Thanks for having me, lad. I appreciate it.
I'm so grateful for what you've done for me. Kyle, thank you so much for coming on today. And hopefully we'll catch up and do this again sometime. That would be amazing.
Nice one. OKC, KFC, Lakers in 6. CP3, C3PO, Chewbacca, Legacy 5.